Some big developments tonight in the case of 17-year-old Trayvon Martin, who was killed. He was shot by someone with his neighborhood watch, and now some big developments with the police chief in the area. Let's go straight to Jane Velez Mitchell for the very latest in this case. Jane.
The local police chief is stepping down, but the big caveat, Rita, is that he said he's stepping aside temporarily. And as he made this short statement and then exited, all the reporters were like, what do you mean temporarily? What does that mean? Now, he said he didn't want to be a distraction, but in fact, the way in which he stepped down, not taking any questions and then saying it was only temporary, as if maybe he's going to go on vacation or hiatus somewhere, only created more questions and in fact provided a greater distraction. So critics at a massive rally today at Ground Zero in Sanford, people who had come from all over the country, including the mother of the teen who was slain, asking why. That's not enough. Why step down temporarily? What does that even mean?
Absolutely. Let's go to Rory O'Neill, reporter with Clear Channel Radio. Rory, you were at that massive rally that Jane's just talking about. What was the reaction? Again, temporarily leaving? And we're looking at some incredible pictures. Huge turnout. There is such an uproar over this case. And the police chief just says, oh, I'm temporarily leaving and not answering questions. What's that about, Rory?
It certainly didn't satisfy anyone, but there was good news for the people who are trying to get an arrest in this case. It was just within the past few hours, the governor announced he's appointing a special prosecutor. The prosecutor who had been handling the case decided to step aside too. So now a special prosecutor is being brought in from North Florida in the Jacksonville area, and she is now going to be in charge of determining whether or not George Zimmerman will be arrested.
Let's go to Clark Goldband, Nancy Grace producer. Clark, this is the same police chief, and the police department right away, and I think, you know, why people have been so angry about this case. I mean, first of all, there he is carrying a box of Skittles and an iced tea, and yet this is the police chief who at first, basically everyone in the police department said, oh, we stand by the neighborhood watch guy. Sounds like he did the right thing. What's the big fuss about, Clark?
Well, that's right, Rita. There was a press conference that Chief Lee had on March 13th, and he said that Zimmerman has not been charged because there are no grounds to disprove his story of the events. Of course, Rita, he's talking about the Stand Your Ground law, which I have some new information on that. Rick Scott there in Florida, Rita, at this hour has said he is now appointing a task force in response to the outcry over this Stand Your Ground law. They will be examining what they should do about the Stand Your Ground law in Florida, which says you can stand your ground and meet force with force if you even think you may be in danger.